Jay probably said something slick about Jay-Z 2 months ago, maybe. I'm just guessing, I don't know. Jay hasn't spoken to him in 10 years. He's still talking about Jay. He'll still say something slick about Biggs. These don't say nothing to them.
Nah, Jay never respected Cam at all. Yeah, remember, he knew him when he was young. That's why he was so offended, because he was a little nigga to him. To Jay, Cam was a little nigga, and Cam even said he little nigga every time he saw him. Pause. I just never seen Homeboy explain himself.
Every time Dame Dash starts talking, it becomes way too clear why Jay-Z stepped away from him the way he did. The whole internet is saying it loud now, especially after Dame popped off in yet another heated rant about Jay and their old fallout. And while that's happening, Dame's also trending because he's been going back and forth with Cameron, even though Cam is out here saying Jay didn't even do anything. Cam is claiming Dame spent the last 20 years torching his own connections over little grudges, catching lawsuits and blowing money like it was nothing. For years, people only really heard Dame's side of the story, but the streets want to know the real deal now. Was Jay-Z truly the one in the wrong? Did Dame actually get pushed out unfairly? Or were they just two massive egos colliding until the whole thing exploded? And with everything Dame's been mixed up in during 2025, lawsuits, money issues, public arguments, this whole situation is sounding brand new again. So let's break this down and really get into what went down.
Jay-Z, what do you regret about y'all situation? Do you think it should have been more? You think you guys could have had more together?
Yeah, all that, but we were friends, so I just was more hurt as a friend. Like, how would you feel if your brother just betrayed you for money?
Let's get into what's really going on right now, because Dame Dash has been in the headlines non-stop, and none of it is about new music or some major business comeback. He just filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, saying he owes over $25 million while only having around $4,000 to his name, according to court filings. Dame is basically hitting reset on his whole financial life. He even listed his monthly income as $0 and said he doesn't own a car or any real electronics besides a $500 cell phone. His personal items, just that phone, some clothes, and around $100 in cash, barely add up to a little over $4,000. And the debts? They're wild. He's carrying over $647,000 in domestic support alone, plus almost $19 million in taxes and other financial hits. He owes serious money to his ex-wife Rachel Roy, the mother of his daughters Ava and Tallulah. And it doesn't stop there. He also owes support to Cindy Morales, who is the mom of his son Lucky, and Linda Williams, mother of his son Boogie. Dame is stretched thin from every angle, and that's not even counting the lawsuits stacking up around him. One of the biggest ones haunting him is that $4 million defamation judgment from filmmaker Josh Weber, who Dame blasted publicly. A court found Dame guilty of defamation after he went on a podcast accusing Weber of stealing during their messy dispute over the 2019 film Dear Frank. But Dame still hasn't paid that $4 million, and he's out here saying he wasn't doing anything wrong. Dame said, "What I lost was defamation because these guys trigger me and steal my ish. You think there's freedom of speech? It's really not." And on top of everything already crashing down around him, the whole situation with Cameron is making things even wilder. Dame and Cam keep trading public shots, and it's getting real messy out here. Dame just threatened to sue Cam for defamation, and he's accusing him of harassment, business disrespect, tortious interference, unjust enrichment, and what he calls a whole pattern of historic sabotage. And get this, Dame is asking for $300 million. He even posted a screenshot of his demand letter and dropped a caption saying, "I never hustled with Cameron. He's a civilian, but he's messing with my family office, and he has now made my wife and two of my sons uncomfortable. I would never do anything, and I don't want anyone who loves me to do anything by it. So this is the only way I can handle this. So this is my version of how the Godfather handled Fredo. I knew it was going to be one of my brothers. I just didn't know it was going to be you, bro. And that does make me sad. We'll just have to let a judge decide like businessmen, and I don't find it funny." Even with all this chaos around him, Dame is still hopping on podcasts and talking heavy. He just pulled up for a new interview with Art of Dialogue, and now he's dragging Jay-Z's name into the middle of his feud with Cameron.
Jay never respected Cam at all. To Jay, Cam was a little nigga. You see, he called him an earner. I was like, this nigga's funny, man. You know, because I was trying to squash the beef, and he's like, all right, just tell him. I was saying, he makes money for us. Like, how could you with me mad? You just got to, she's like, okay. So he goes on the radio, oh, he's a good earner. And Cam was hot. I was kind of laughing, but you fucked up on purpose, and then you gonna fuck with my kids. So can't be mad, I don't think. You tried, you missed, you still guts.
So, what is it about Dame that keeps him locked onto Jay-Z like he can't let go no matter what? Jay has been ignoring him for years, but Dame still brings his name up every chance he gets. And according to Jay, the reason is simple: straight up entitlement. Jay once explained that dudes like Dame aren't upset because he wronged them. They're upset because they think he owes them something.
You hear people's gripe against me, it's always about what I didn't do for them. They don't say I did anything to them. They said I didn't do something for them.
And here's the craziest part. Jay actually tried to help Dame at one point. Jay offered to buy his own masters back from Dame for $3 million, keeping everything in-house, but Dame brushed it off and claimed he'd rather put the rights on the open market for $10 million instead. Nobody bought it, the deal fell apart, and Dame ended up sinking financially. So how could anybody blame that on Jay? And it gets even messier, because Cameron recently exposed how Dame fumbled even more major bags just off pride and straight entitlement vibes. Cam said he and Mace offered Dame $1 million, and Jay-Z himself put up another $1.5 million to help Dame keep his share of Roc-A-Fella. But Dame still let it all slip away.
When we seen that Dame owe $800,000 to a debt, or these people would get his third of Roc-A-Fella, Mace was like, yo, nah, bro, come on, B, that's Dame, bro. He's like, nah, tell him, he's like, yo, you wanna go 5-5? We can't let this go out like that. So I called Dame. I said, yo, Mace wanna help out. So he's like, we got $1 million. He's like, well, I don't know. Cause Young Boy NBA called me up, he got $2 million. We like, all right, cool. Like, so I guess the Young Boy NBA thing fell out. So Mace called back the next day.
But wait, it gets even wilder.
He like, yo, just wait on it. Hold on, I might got a deal for $6 million. Dame waits 3 weeks to call back. So when I called Beth back, Beth like, nah, man. I said, Dame, Mace ain't picking up. I just said like that. I said, I don't think he want to do it. Jay-Z offered him $1.5 million for the third before anybody. He like, nah, I'm not selling to them niggas. So you had 1.5 on the table. You had a guaranteed $1 million from me and Mace on the table. And then you gambled.
So does this mean Dame was actually the problem from the jump and not Jay? Let's spin it back for a little context, because Roc-A-Fella didn't start off chaotic. It began with Jay, Dame, and Biggs running the whole operation like a tight unit. And for a while, the label was untouchable. But once the money got huge and the egos got louder, things switched up real quick. One major pressure point was Cameron. Cam got signed to The Roc, and when he started leveling up, Dame backed him heavy and pushed for him to get a vice president position. Dame wanted Cam to have more power inside the building, but Jay wasn't rocking with that at all. Jay saw Cam's promotion as a threat to the direction he wanted for the label, and that move made the tension skyrocket. So the drama over Cam wasn't just about him, it was really about who held the final say at Roc-A-Fella.
Roc-A-Fella was real good to me. Everybody's doing what they supposed to do, but I went upstairs to the gym like, now I'm gonna get the upper muscle too. And nobody at Roc-A-Fella ever did that. And I just think that I was doing that other artists at Roc-A-Fella never did, and I don't know if Jay-Z liked it or not. A lot of it played into when Dame said that he wanted to make me vice president of Roc-A-Fella. I kind of was speeding and went on TV and talked about it, and Jay-Z was on vacation, and I don't think when Jay-Z came back, he liked that. And, you know, they was giving me little side eyes. Some of my verses got erased off certain artists.
But on top of all that, Dame and Jay were moving with totally different visions for the business. Dame always said he wanted Roc-A-Fella to stay tied to the culture, to the streets, to the hood. He wanted the brand to feel raw and authentic. Jay, on the other hand, was thinking way bigger. He was eyeing mainstream partnerships, long-term ventures, and building something that could last for generations. By the mid-2000s, all that tension finally exploded. Dame started accusing Jay of pushing him out and making secret moves behind his back, while Jay stayed silent and let the paperwork do the talking. Dame even claimed Jay betrayed him by teaming up with former Def Jam president Lyor Cohen. And according to Dame, Lyor was the one whispering in Jay's ear and planting the idea to break up Roc-A-Fella in the first place.
He's the person that told Jay, I'll do a deal with you with or without Dame Dash or Biggs. And he's the one that advised him.
Did you hear his response to that question?
Nah.
I'm gonna
What
tell
did he-
you.
what
I'm
did he
gonna tell
say?
you what he said.
Is Leor the reason Jay-Z and Dame Dash is not together?
Absolutely not. If Leor was the reason, then they never were together in the first place.
He's right on that. But I do think there could have been more of an elaborate answer. Are you the one that showcased that? Did you give him the option? Did you push him, make him aware of what he could do and that what you would support?
Fast forward to today, and Dame is still out here speaking on every grievance he's ever had. He keeps posting clips, interviews, and little comments aimed at Cam, calling him fake or saying he only moves when it benefits him. But it's not just Cam. Dame has also been trying to reconnect with old rivals like 50 Cent, though the way he does it feels all over the place. One moment he's preaching about unity and brotherhood, and the next he's firing off shots in a new interview. That kind of flip-flopping has people confused about his real motive. Does he genuinely want peace, or is he chasing attention because the spotlight is slipping away? And the switch-ups didn't stop there. Just days after announcing he was suing Cam for $300 million, Dame suddenly posted a video apologizing to everyone involved, including 50 Cent. He even said he wants to sit down with Cam and 50 to talk everything out face to face and finally clear the air.
Why am I beefing with Cam? Because I just never got to talk to him. He publicly said he wasn't going to talk to me, but and everyone I respect is like, yo, cut this shit, it's embarrassing. I just want to talk to him, and it's over. So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem, because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. My version of violence is just lawsuits. If y'all want to sit down and work it out, 50, Cam, me, if together we show that we could be beefing, pause, and then come together and maybe do a TV show together, something different.
But 50 shut down Dame's apology fast. He wrote, "I agree with Dame 100%. It's better to work together. We should sit down and figure out how to move forward. I believe we can create a path to more..." Oh wait, Cam just said F Dame and his fake ChatGPT lawsuit. So it's F you, Dame. That's how quick the tone switched. And that right there shows it's not just Jay-Z who wants no parts of Dame anymore. Dame has burned almost every major bridge he ever built in the industry. Over the years, he's pushed away collaborators, old friends, and even people who genuinely tried to hold him down. He built a reputation for letting ego and arrogance steer every decision, and now all of it is crashing back onto him. It's becoming clear that a lot of Dame's anger comes from the fact that the lifestyle he talks like he has no longer matches his reality. He still carries himself like a top mogul, but the bankruptcy filings, the lawsuits, the debts, and the public drama are telling a different story. The image he's trying to keep up on the outside just isn't lining up with what's really happening anymore, and people are starting to see it. It really looks like what eats at Dame the most is that he still wants the same clout, power, and respect he once had, but the numbers and his actual position in the industry just don't back it up anymore. The public has been arguing about this for years. Some folks stand with Dame, calling him the OG who got done dirty and saying Jay switched up for money. But plenty of others side with Jay-Z, pointing out that he made smarter business moves and was thinking long-term while everyone else was stuck in the moment. So tell me what you think. Is Dame lashing out because his pockets don't match the ego he still carries? Or is he truly someone who got played by the people he trusted the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you in the next video.